Om Jananim Sharadam Devim Ramakrishnam Jagadgurum Padapadme Tayo Shritva Pranamami Muhurmuhu. Sri Ramakrishna, differentiating between the heart and head, the love and the reasoning. Reasoning will extreme difficult path of reaching God, and to love is the easiest path, which dissociates you from the bodily awareness. Love, when it is directed to the divine, when love is aimed to God, it releases you from bodily entanglement. The more you love God, the less body you will be, because the relationship with God is beyond bodily existence. All bodily awareness, the more bodily awareness, more is the worldly awareness. We see, the more you hold on to the world, you will be intensely body. And any amount of reasoning, Mano buddhi ahankara chittani naham, 1,000 times we may tell, but the nature disproves it again in my own nature. It says, no, you are not Atman, you are body. Because we are in the identification with the bodily existence, we come to waking state. Once we are in waking state, we are bodies. Identification with physical body alone will make you come to the waking state. In waking state, when you love God, the whole world becomes like a painted picture. You are in waking state, but because of your love for God, because your awareness is filled with God, the whole thing moves to the background. The world moves to the background, and you see it like a painted picture. The world is painted picture in which you are witnessing the presence of the divine. You are seeing God through your mental eyes. Love is such a thing that awakens the divine within you, makes you forget your own body. Love that is focused to the world, to any person, any object, will remain unfulfilled forever. Because the object of love is constantly changing. Every moment it changes. When I expect that person is no more with me, and finally he disappears or she disappears from my sight forever. Impermanency and unconstancy. It is constantly like a flickering lamp, it is moving about. That which is not stationary, how to love? Now the mood whom I love is changing. Next moment that person is some other mood. Another moment, another mood. How to love? There is no constancy in the object. It is constantly fluctuating. From object to object, its mind is going. So my love remains unfulfilled. Finally, because of the impermanency, either I disappear from this world or my object of love. So it always remains unfulfilled, and it cannot flow out in torrents, because the layers that are covering Annamaya, Pranamaya, Manomaya, all these layers that are covering my existence, they all expect the share. By the time it passes, my love passes through so many things, my mind, my body, my senses, all, and goes to the other object, it is already become weak and small. So I cannot get the fulfillment when I turn it to the divine. When I turn it to the divine, to the source back, the whole thing, it is like pouring a vessel instead of tapping it, droplets through a small hole. The love flows in torrents to the divine, and it makes you forget the body. The Master said again, the goal of life, the one goal of life, that is the only goal of life, is to cultivate love for God. The love that the milkmaids and milkmen and the cowherd boys of Vrindavan felt for Krishna. When Krishna went away to Mathura, the cowherd roamed about, weeping bitterly because of their separation from him. What was the state of mind? He has become a part and parcel of one's own existence. Krishna was, as a lad, you must understand Krishna in a better perspective to form a clear idea, because wherever we see pictures, it is like a man and woman given pictures. Krishna left Vrindavan forever at the age of 11, when he is just stepping into adolescence. All the play of Vrindavan was his Balya and Tarunya, before the Yavana can step in. And you see, he wanted to show what that pure transcendental love is. Love that is not superficial, that comes from the upper layers of the heart as a emotion or feeling. It was love transcendental, that was beyond the existence, beyond the nature, beyond the prajna, body, pranas, energies, then senses, mind, intellect, then prajna, awareness. Beyond this awareness is the spiritual realm. When it comes from the spiritual realm, the transcendental realm of my existence, the love that comes out is the transcendental love that doesn't have this or that. It is universal love. Everyone with absolute equanimity, the love flows. It doesn't differentiate between person to person. It flows like the saint's love. Saint's love is God's love, manifesting or flowing through an individual. For having realized God, the love of God flows through a saint, which doesn't differentiate between a learned and a illiterate, rich and poor, beautiful and ugly, age, nothing it differentiates. All are mine, all are mine. That love, that universal love, flows out when it comes from the transcendental. Krishna was demonstrating this universal love that loves every being on this earth. A grass received his attention, a tree, a creeper received his attention. all the animals in the forest, all the cows and calves, the reared animals and the wild animals, all whole of Vrindavan, whoever was there, irrespective of age, he will now go to a old lady and talk to her, make lot of fun, mischief, to draw her attention, to enter into her heart and disappear. He is there with another boy, the next moment eating butter or something. The third moment he is missing from there also, another old man. Like that, whole. Every moment he was presenting a new personality. How many, Sri Ramakrishna asks, how many roop, how many form I can see you, in how many ways I can see you. The same thing happened to Chandramani. When she used to see Sri Ramakrishna. Now he is playing with friends, he is looking something. Now he is in the mango grove, he is looking something else, entirely different. He is now enacting as Rama, next moment he is enacting as Krishna. Whatever stories he hears, he heard a story about old men, he started like walking like old men. Every moment his picture was changing. Chandramani used to enjoy. Yashoda also. Eshtu ರೂಪಗಳು ನಿನಗೆ. What is that? Yashoda. Eshtu ರೂಪ. How many forms. Sri Ramakrishna. Kotorange. Ardekpo. In how many forms shall I see you, mother? This variations in his was only to capture the heart, enter into heart and stay there eternally, to lift that soul to the another world of his own. The high purificatory process was going on. All the gopis and gopas, they all slowly got rid of their body awareness. Radha was only one who was naturally endowed with Videhatva, where she never knew whether she is a girl or a boy. She was Videhi by birth, and all other gopis slowly lost their bodyhood, body consciousness as they came to Krishna, started playing. To the extent they were pure divine awareness. So we see this love, which is having absolute equanimity, which doesn't differentiate and flows towards all. That love, the goal of life is to cultivate love for God. This love for God is what makes your love universal love. Because God has become all that exists. God has become all the jivas that exist in this world. The love of the milkmaids, the milkmen and covered boys of Vrindavan felt for Krishna. Do you remember that song? Dubai? ಗೋಪಿಯರು ಯೋಗಿಗಳೆಲ್ಲರೂ ಯುಗ ಯುಗ is not the love of milkmaids, simple illiterate milkmaids, the love that they poured to Krishna is this which made them to forget their own body and this world? Is not this love superior and higher or the supreme compared to the yogis sitting for thousands of years practicing yoga to get Krishna? How many lives they might be sending, a person might be spending in yoga to get to attain God. The simple milkmaids carrying milk for sale, they could attain Krishna so easily, attain God so easily. So there he says, is it not so simple a thing? So this love that the milkmaids and cowherd boys had for Krishna, that he became a part of my existence, part of my existence. If it goes away, my existence is going to be lost. I am not going to be alive. That kind of, just like mother carrying the baby in her womb. It's a part and parcel, inseparable part and parcel of the mother. Like that, the Krishna was inseparable part of all these Vrindavan people. So when Krishna went to Mathura, as if their hand or some organ is cut off, the heart is cut off. He did not go alone. He has taken our hearts. Do you remember? There was one devotee. Actually, he is not a devotee. When Brahmanandaji Maharaj was there in Vrindavan he had gone. He was not to stay there, but his main staying was at Belur Math. He happened to go to Banaras, Kashi. Newly the Vrindavan Math had formed, and it was a hospital center serving the people. In a small form it was started. Whoever is unable to take medicines and all, free medicines were given, free treatment was given to the patients. Whoever could pay, whatever amount was taken, and others collected from outside, they used to serve. Brahmanandaji goes there for some purpose, I don't know, but he stays there for some time, looking after all the things, how the things are progressing, what is to be done next. And he was there. One person, unknown person, would be passing in the road. He sees Ramakrishna Mission Hospital. In those days, when direct disciples were there, when he was passing, he just went inside to see what is there. He moved about, then he met a brahmachari. A few people are there, here, there, moving about, some patients. And brahmachari Maharaj was curious to see a new person moving about. Usually any patient comes, they will go to the doctor. Then he came and asked brahmachari, after seeing everything round, is there anything else to be seen? And brahmachari Maharaj said, this is the only thing we have, 2-3 rooms and some garden and an area. This is all. If you want to see anything, there is president of the Math and Mission here, Brahmanandaji Maharaj. You can see him. So he takes him to Brahmanandaji Maharaj. That is a new person, very crude villager. He doesn't know that he must bow down to the Swami, new to everything. Brahmananji looks at him. He will be seeing Brahmananji also like seeing some animal in the zoo. Funnily he was seeing. Maharaj was relaxing in the easy chair, huge figure, and was having tea. Seeing him standing, not bowing down and all, he understood he is not yet a devotee. So Maharaj asked, bring a chair from him. So chair was put, he was made to sit. He sat, and Brahmananji did not speak anything, who you are, what you are, nothing. He asked, will you have a little tea? He said, yes, I will have tea. Then Brahmananji asked his attendant, bring a cup of tea for him. That person will be sipping tea, and then as he finishes the tea, Maharaj asks, take the cup back. The attendant will go and take the cup, and then he is ready to go. How long to sit? What to see else? He gets up and says, I will go. He says, how was the tea? It was excellent. I have not tasted a tea like this. Will you come tomorrow? I will give you one more tea. That is Darjeeling tea. This is ordinary tea. That person goes away. He doesn't even bow down. He doesn't know bowing down at all. He goes away, and next day, same time he is there already. Tea time, 4:30 bell. And straight away, he doesn't go anywhere. Straight away, pushes the door and comes inside. So crude, you can imagine. Then Maharaj immediately gets alert and says, bring a chair for him. And he puts the chair, he sits and tells, prepare Darjeeling tea today. The attendant goes and prepares Darjeeling tea, and he takes the Darjeeling tea, and as he gets up, Maharaj asks again, how was the tea? Excellent. What I tasted yesterday, कल जो मैंने पिया था वो फीकी लग रही है आज की चाय देख के. It is yesterday's tea looks dull, which was so excellent yesterday, compared to this. Then he is just going out. Maharaj says, will you come tomorrow? He says yes, and he goes away. Next day again he comes, and then Maharaj asks him to prepare Chinese tea. Chinese, they add for tea dried jasmine flowers. It's called jasmine tea. Jasmine. Maharaj asks him to prepare jasmine tea. And that new flavor, new fragrance, he enjoys. Then while going, Maharaj will tell, I will get you Ceylon tea tomorrow. Then he goes away. Next day again he comes, same time. And Maharaj asks him to prepare Ceylon tea. Means how many varieties Maharaj had, I don't know. Our Vireshwaranandaji Maharaj also used to like tea. But small cup, it was like medicine he used to taste. In a small flask it will be there, he will pour 2-3 sips. He used to take. He comes the 4th day, Maharaj asks him to prepare Ceylon tea. He enjoys the tea like anything. While taking tea, he is not looking at Swamiji at all, nowhere. His whole attention is on the tea. And that day also he goes. Maharaj doesn't talk anything on that day when he is going. Will you come tomorrow, or I will give you this, that? Nothing will be there. He goes off. Next day, Maharaj has not called, but he comes. Exact same time, 4:30 he comes. Then he goes around, he pushes the door and sees nobody is there inside. And again he sees Brahmachari Maharaj. He says, where is that Swami? I want to meet him. He says, no, he is not there. He has gone back to Belur Math. Then he feels great. He has lost something unimaginable. Then he starts weeping. He runs to that door sill in which Maharaj was staying, hits his head on the door sill and weeps. Where have you gone? Where have you gone? The brahmachari is trying to console him. He says he is there in Belur Math, don't worry, you can go there. No, he has not gone alone. He has taken my heart and gone. This is taking away heart. Not even a single word about God or spiritual life. Only love. Later on, within a week, he makes all arrangements, how to go, where to meet. He goes to Belur Math to meet him. That is what we see, how the love conquers. If your unselfish love, unconditional love, whatever you are, wherever you are, I love you. This unconditional love, when it is given, it surrenders. Any jiva surrenders. Just every life he is hungry after love, but it doesn't get anywhere in this world. Because people do not know how to love. There is a song in Bengali. পৃথিবী কেউ ভালো তো ভাসে না, এ পৃথিবী ভালোবাসিতে জানে না, যেথায় আছে শুধু ভালোবাসাবাসি, সেথায় যেতে প্রাণ চায় গো মা, সকলে পুরায়ে যায় গো মা, আমার সাধনা মেটিল, আশা না পুরিল. That song. পৃথিবীর কেউ ভালো তো বাসে না. In this world, nobody loves. পৃথিবীর কেউ ভালো তো বাসে না, এ পৃথিবী ভালোবাসিতে জানে না. In this world of mortals, nobody knows how to love. সেথায় যেতে চায়, যেথায় আছে শুধু ভালোবাসাবাসি. Only pure love, where it is flowing, there I want to go. যেথায় আছে শুধু ভালোবাসাবাসি, সেথায় যেতে প্রাণ চায় গো মা. My heart is longing to go there where love and love alone is there. So that is God. The love. God is bliss, peace, love, absolute. Is bliss absolute, Ananda, Sagara. Peace is ocean of peace. Shanti Sagara is ocean of love. So this is the love that Krishna showed to all these Vrindavan people. Om शांति शांति शांति. हरि ओम तत्सत्. श्री रामकृष्णार्पणमस्तु.